Every new guy gets the same warning on their first night shift. Do your job, watch your footing, and whatever you do, never look down at the water. Most think it's just to stop the vertigo, but the old-timers know the real reason. It's not about the height. It's about what happens to your mind when you realize you are 200 miles from help, and something is moving in the water beneath your feet. Life out here on the rig is a strange mix of crushing monotony and heart-stopping terror. You're surrounded by 100 people, but you've never felt more alone. A tiny metal island in an endless churning sea, under a sky so black it feels like a lid on a box. The days are loud, a constant symphony of machinery, shouting, and the clang of steel. But the nights are different. The rig hums with a lower, almost sleeping energy, and the only other sound is the constant, deep breathing of the ocean. You learn the rhythms, you learn the machine sounds. You learn to walk on graded floors 50 feet above a raging sea without a second thought, and you learn the rules. Most of them are for safety, written in big, bold letters on signs plastered everywhere. But there's one rule you won't find in any manual. It's the one the old-timers, the ones with salt in their veins and a haunted look in their eyes, pass down in hushed tones. Out here, there's really just one rule they drill into your head. Don't look down into the water after dark. They don't shout it at you in the safety briefings. It's more of a quiet warning, shared over a cup of lukewarm coffee when the sun has long since vanished. Just keep your eyes on the deck, kid. A rig boss told me my first week. The sea has a way of playing tricks on you at night. It's not because you might get dizzy and fall. Nothing like that. The official line is that the disorienting sway of the dark water can cause vertigo, a safety hazard. But that's not the real reason. We all know it. The real reason is whispered in the stories of crews who went short-handed on the journey back to shore, of men who just vanished during a night shift. It's because of what might look back. For months, I followed the rule. I treated the edge of the deck like a cliff into insanity. I kept my gaze level, focusing on my tasks, on the distant lights of other rigs, on anything but the abyss below. But the ocean has a voice, and at night, it calls to you. It's a hypnotic, rhythmic whisper that promises secrets. You start to wonder. You start to get curious. You tell yourself it's just a stupid superstition, a story to spook the new guys. And last night, like an idiot, I looked. It wasn't a conscious decision. I was leaning on the rail, feeling the cold spray on my face, lost in the sheer, overwhelming emptiness of it all. My eyes just drifted downwards, from the bright, sterile floodlights of the rig into the pure, bottomless black of the water. It was like staring into a starless patch of space, a void. It started with a low gurgle from the waves below, a sound that was immediately wrong. It wasn't the familiar slosh and crash of water against the steel pylons. The floodlights only penetrate so far, creating a hazy, shifting circle on the surface. And in that circle, something shifted in the black water. And it sure as hell wasn't a fish, or a seal, or any other creature I've ever seen in my life. The shape was almost human, but grotesquely elongated. It moved with a sickening fluidity that defied the pull of the current. Its limbs, they bent in ways they shouldn't, with far too many joints. They fold and unfold like a spider's leg, but with the pale, fleshy texture of something that had never seen the sun. It was huge, far bigger than a man. I couldn't make out a face, just a suggestion of a head that turned slowly, deliberately, towards the light, towards me. I felt a cold dread wash over me, freezing the air in my lungs. I scrambled back from the rail, my heart hammering against my ribs, and didn't stop until my back hit the solid wall of the main structure. I didn't sleep. The next day was a blur of paranoia. I avoided the rails. I kept my back to the walls. My crewmates asked if I was sick. I must have looked like I'd seen a ghost. How could I explain? How could I tell them that I'd seen proof that all the whispers, all the ghost stories, were real? They'd think I'd lost my mind. I was alone with this knowledge, trapped on this metal cage miles from anywhere. All day I felt its presence. I felt it lingering in the depths, waiting for the sun to fall, waiting for me. Now, the darkness is back, and so is the sound. That gurgling is back, and it's louder. It's not a distant murmur anymore. It's right under me. I can hear a wet, scraping noise, the sound of something heavy and slick, climbing up the thick, barnacle-encrusted legs of the rig. It's a rhythmic, agonizingly slow sound. Scrape, pause, scrape. A sound that cuts right through the hum of the platform and the rush of the wind. That thing from the deep is coming to finish the job. It knows I saw it. It knows I'm here. I'm frozen in place, my back pressed against a cold steel container, staring at the grated floor beneath my boots. Through the gaps, there is only blackness, but I can feel it getting closer. The vibrations are coming up through my feet. I can see its eyes. 2 points of faint, phosphorescent light rising through the dark. It's not looking back from the water anymore. It's looking up.